So, I have a question for you all. How many times have you been in that situation where you're the person running around doing all the work and you're trying your best to win the game for your team and you're looking back and you just can't get there, It just feels as if your teammates are cannon fodder who are supplying the other team with all the streaks that they need. Now, you know that I've posted enough gameplays where I've talked about terrible teammates who do not do anything for me. Why is it all down to me? Team backpack on Apocalypse's End. I don't make any secret about it, and obviously you guys see it, and there's comments about, oh, I get this all the time, it really frustrates me. I had to have a little think the other day, and I thought, I wonder if it's my fault that we lose. And I know you might think, what are you talking about? But I'm going to explain. I'm going to go into it a little bit more. Because I dropped into a game yesterday it was, and as I came into the game, I should have checked the score really, but I didn't. But I dropped into the game and we were losing 26 for about 64. And straight away alarm bells are ringing. You think, oh, here we go, let's have a go. Let's see if I can pull this back. I doubt it, but let's see what we can do. And as I spawned, there were two guys in our spawn, and they gunned me and two other people down. Gone, dead, couldn't do anything, couldn't move, and that was that. So then I spawned again on just a slightly different part of the map, a little bit more to the right behind a car, and as I spawned next to that car, the car blew up and killed me and another guy. So then I spawned again, and as I tried to move into the enemy area, into enemy territory, I was just getting shot down, and I ended up going 0 for 8. Now, I consider myself to be a reasonably good player. I wouldn't say I'm the best. Much to a bit of debate that was on Tabor Hill's channel when I put that video on there. Somebody said, oh, you guys should check out Apocalypse. He's a great commentator and he's good at COD. And somebody commented and said, I don't disagree with you. I think he's a very below par commentator and actually he's shit at COD. I was like, whoa, I wouldn't get that far. I don't throw up these nuclears or anything like that, but I put in some decent gameplay as far as I'm concerned anyway. And I think, I understand map, the map technology and the spawns and things like that. So I've been playing Call of Duty long enough to understand how it works. But nonetheless, going 0 for 8 is quite embarrassing for me, And I looked at our scoreboard, and most of our team wasn't doing really well. Everybody was getting their asses kicked, and I didn't feel so bad about being 0 for 8. However, there was one guy who was at the top of our scoreboard, and he was at the top of the scoreboard entirely. He had more kills than anybody. He had more kills than our entire team put together, and we were still getting spanked. And this guy was about 35 for 3 or something like that, and all the rest of us minions were getting our asses handed to us. Now, I can imagine the frustration coming from his end as he's putting all this work in, he's dashing around and he's thinking, why are my teammates not doing anything? Why are they just supplying deaths for the other team to add towards their score streaks? They're just cannon fodder, the same way I think. That person has been me, where I've been the one dashing around, running in their spawns without a care or a thought for anybody, just going in for the kill. And I've looked around and my teammates are getting murdered. And I honestly think it could be a fact that it's actually my fault, the same way as this was his fault, and I'll explain it. You think that, games like Team Deathmatch, the spawns are very sporadic, there's no organisation, people can just spawn anywhere, and if you push too far into the into the opposition spawn, then they just spawn wherever. They'll even spawn in your spawn, so you're spawning, you'll see a guy straight next to you spawn, and it's just a case of who shoots first or who recognises that there's a little bit of an issue going on first. But you're charging down, you're running around their spawn, you're killing and maiming and killing and pulling in your specialist streaks, and all the time you have this little bit of a break where you think, I can't find anybody, and you can see the score just ticking down, and you're blaming your teammates. Why are you all dying? I'm down here putting in all this work, and you're all just flat-faced on the floor wondering what just happened. So you charge back towards the other end of the spawn because you think maybe they're up there, and you can almost see your teammates spawning around you then as the spawns flip reverse it. So you take a long detour around the other side and just see just strews of dead teammates, corpses of dead teammates in, behind certain things and standing in certain windows, looking out, wondering what's going on. Where are the enemies? And they're all coming behind you and stabbing you in the back. Whose fault was that? Who flipped the spawns? Why has that just happened? Why has everything just become so demonically chaotic? And the fact of the matter is, it was probably your fault, the same way that this was probably my fault. Getting too eager, too over-enthusiastic, and playing this game totally wrong. Because, I'll be honest with you, I don't play Black Ops 3 the same as I've played any other Call of Duty previous to this. I never I would never think of walking into a room and sort of having a scan around and then walking over to the nearest podium or box and having a little peep over and a look around the corner and stay there for about 3 or 4 seconds just in case. Sort of keeping my gun, maybe, I don't know, just keeping it somewhere just in case somebody slides in or jumps in or flies through or runs up the wall. Just always having my wits about me, and then, progressing forward or maybe thinking, no, it's too dangerous, go back. I've never been that cautious before. I normally throw caution to the wind and dive in like a rebel without a cause. And I think that everybody probably sings from the same hymn sheets, because you do have to be a little bit more careful on this one, because there's more of a element of surprise, as people jump from around a corner. So in past Call of Duties, I don't know where it went wrong. I've had this thing all along. This has been my stigma, having a team and having to carry them, and having, unfortunately, the loss on our sides. Yet with this game, I do think that could be the case. I think because everybody takes it a little bit slower, and it always seems to happen when I get overexcited and try to really smash that win home, it just causes the spawns to flip about too much, which makes it a little bit messy and I guess disrupted in some respects. So yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think. Do you think it is a case of spawn flipping around and you can almost play a little bit too aggressively? Or is it just a case of noobs will be noobs and there's nothing really we can do about it apart from smile, grin and bear it and not destroy your console? Not destroy your console. Please, a console is for life and not just for Christmas. So respect the console. Thanks for watching, guys. Apocalypse done.